In 2024, I will make a game. The plan for this year is to learn Godot, make a game, and make videos on that game. Everything else is just noise. I feel like there's something we've all been putting off, and this year, let's just do it. Let's start a discussion. Comment down below what you guys are going to be working on this year. I'd love to check it out. My inspiration comes from certain game studios that make game development look like an art form. I'm talking game studios like Riot Games, Rockstar Games, Naughty Dog, Insomniac Games, and Treyarch. This is what I'm striving toward one day, to be able to make beautiful games just like them. I just have to remember, in the beginning, these games will suck. I'm gonna give myself a little challenge. I cannot buy or play the new Spider-Man and the new Wolverine until I have finished and released my game. Hopefully then I will stop procrastinating and find the motivation to program on the days when I just don't want to. What makes this project so important to me, I'm gonna be making this game with some friends. So let's go ahead and meet the team. If you guys would definitely like to follow along and also follow some of the homies, I'll be leaving their channels down below in the description. Definitely check them out. And back when I was doing my degree at UNF, one of my mentors gave me this piece of advice that I will always remember. And if I'm being honest, my mentor is absolutely right. I like to try and do it all. With game dev, this is just not possible. Most game devs don't do it all. I can't be afraid to ask for help. Because I'm doing this project with some close friends, we'd like this to be an experience for you guys. So please feel free to leave any feedback or criticism down below in the comment section. So let's finally talk about the game. What are we trying to create? So for the first project, we are going to make a 2D platformer. Trust me, I know there's a lot already on the market. If we're talking about our mechanics for the game, we want them to be very basic. As far as this being a platformer, it's not going to be a lot of levels. As of right now, I'm only going to be designing 3 levels, and then once the 3 levels are done, then we'll kind of reflect and see if we want to do more levels. I don't remember if I brought it up in the beginning, but when it comes to the art, I'm not really the best and I don't understand what I'm doing, which is why I got one of my homies to help out with the art. We're really trying to be basic and simple, so he's really going to be dealing with the art. Anything that he can't figure out, I'll pretty much outsource. And in the future, I would love to learn more about, game design, art, and things of that nature. It's just right now, I really want to focus on gameplay programming, and then in the future, I could hopefully help out with the art. And then if I had to give an example of like certain games I'm taking inspiration from, it would have to be games like Jack and Jill, Geometry Dash, and the Impossible game. These are also games that use that same exact game design where it's just very simple, not complex, and they're using shapes. They're using the circles, squares, and triangles. So that's something that I'm really trying to take inspiration from and see how those games made their world, so we could try to take some of that inspiration and do the same for ours. Game design documents are important. We're trying to create fictional worlds. We're trying to take ideas from our brain, from our imagination, and put it on paper. So game design documents are important. And I also think it doesn't matter whether you're on a small team, big team, indie, AAA. It's very important to write down your ideas, to at least have it out there so you can see the idea. Does it actually work? Talking about game design documents, I'm gonna leave a link down below in the description to this website. It's a super useful resource in my opinion. This is pretty much a website that has different type of games from, different time frames, different eras, and their game design documents. Obviously, a lot of studios don't release their game design documents, so this is only like a list of like 50 plus different types of games. I still think it's really useful. For example, if we look at this example from Bungie's Halo 3, how they were able to make Halo, this, in my opinion, reminds me of my degree when I was doing my information science degree, because we had to do our documentations just like this, like a written document. And I don't know, like I said, it reminds me of class. I remember doing assignments like this. Instead of it being for a game, we had to do a web application, what we were trying to deploy. This is pretty much still the same stuff, it's just a game, and they were pretty much just putting down what exactly are they trying to do for the game. And moving on, this is Ubisoft, how they made Far Cry. This was really interesting to me because it goes into the game design portion of game development, like how do we take our design and the ideas and actually implement them. So I really enjoyed this game design document. You can tell that Ubisoft really cares about like the ideas and how does like the design work. So I also understand you guys probably don't know what's going on, and for the most part, I also don't know what's what's going on here. But this was the first version of level 1 for the game. And then down here where these like levels are, I just basically got references off of Google. And then pretty much I moved from this first version to this. I was trying to transition this first level. This is me kind of cleaning it up and adding new things and taking some things out. And then over here is level 2. I have yet to start level 3. And like I said before, I tried to do some different things by making the legend, by kind of explaining some mechanics and understanding that ideas change. I want to go ahead and say thank you for watching. I know for this first video, we only went over the plan. I do think a good plan is important. Make sure you guys go check out my friends. We're going to be on a little journey here. And as always, I'll see you gamers next time.